Hi everyone! Yeah, didn't realize my mic was on. Forgot to switch it off. Also, I do have my controller plugged in. Don't know why. And I don't know why it's turned on. But here we are. And it's time for Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, where we left off, the situation at the border of Gridania and Girabania is a bit weird. No, not La Nosea, the Black Shroud. Not there, not there. East Shroud, Hawthorne Hut. Here. Castrum Oriens. That's now under Aeosian Alliance control. Which means we can go there. Safely. Ish. Alphino is a man with a great deal on his mind. Ain't that the truth? Seriously, ain't that the truth? Yeah. Let's go. Cutscene? Mixed?
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal?
Let me just pull up my game on. Let me just tune the game audio a little.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Speak of the devil, there's Tataru.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
There
It's
is
about
Tataru.
time. Pray summon the others at once.
Call them in.
Yes, sir.
Tataru, was that meant to be somewhat cheeky? Just...
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
Roban, good. Ace.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly.
I have a,
And,
I have
as
a coaster
expected,
now.
he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
Ah.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea.
Huh. My...
To an
The ear
observer,
tips of
the Alliance's
Elizabeth are
actions
way
could
more...
be seen as a
are way
prelude to
sharper than what I
invasion.
have.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Even after...
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lise. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Oh, yeah, because we
Precisely.
are a neutral
The
entity,
Scions are
technically.
uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, leases, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are
Willing, of course. Classic Alphino.
Of course I am. You know I'd like nothing more.
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Whoa, 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 whoa. If you're going, I'm going.
The talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
As if you have to ask.
Thanks. It means a lot knowing you'll be there.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Indeed.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well.
Welcome to the team, Kryle.
I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things.
Alize. Good to have you on board as well.
I trust you have no objections.
Oh, there's a Rianjay again.
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
Which leaves...
As capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
Ah, you're staying too, Thancred?
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
And here I thought you were willing... A new quest started jingle! Hey, it's Gosetsu and Yagiri. You are ready, Shadow Walker. There can be no turning back once we depart. Almost. There's but one thing that remains undone. Speaking of which, there is a job quest that I need to do. Also, the frames seem to be a bit off.
Ready, my friend?
Yes.
Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Aww. It's good to say. Let's go. Gosetsu, Yagiri.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Girabania?
Yes.
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamigan resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
Who knows?
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
We won't meet again.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's toll stands as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Look at...
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Gosetsu and I to return to our master, to our home. I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. Let all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Oh, that man's got boundless energy, doesn't he?
When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
Fare you well as well. Safe journey. Safe journeys. And may we meet again. Who knows? Maybe for Heaven's turn. A 1,000 miles apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavors meet with success, shall we then? Shall we then? And there we go. Wait, not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Lise, could you come with me? Me? What? Now? Alright then, if you insist. Oh, is she getting new outfits? New outfit. I knew it. Pugilist, of course. Probably expecting to monk as well. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this. And I might have to stop introducing you as the Scion's receptionist and start referring to you as our preeminent seamstress. It's lovely, Tataru. Thank you. I feel like I could take on a legion. And I'm glad you like it. And with that, I'll delay you no longer. Safe travels. Then onward to Girabania. Our first stop will be Amarise's Spire in the East Shroud. Good music. The lovely tunes. Let me just step onto the... Boom. To the right way to the East Shroud. And let me just... Why are my frames so poor? Graphics settings, please turn on the... Summoning my chocobo. Marise Spire is over there. I'll check the dialogue. I won't let you down, Papalima. I promise. It's quiet. It's dark on the wall. Was it always his plan to sacrifice his life to complete the ritual? To bring forth the arbiter of his vengeance, but not remain to see the aftermath? Though it may not be apparent to the naked eye, the ether here is in turmoil. Not since the calamity has his land been subjected to the forces of the magnitude of the magnitude unleashed by Shinryu and Omega. Papalymo had to know it would only be temporary. If Grandfather couldn't contain Muhammad with the power of a thousand prayers, then what chance did his disciples stand, armed only with a broken staff? Check the officer. The Alliance holds the wall, Corporal Liches. You may cross at your leisure. It was a fine spot to build a watchtower, and that's the matron's honest truth. Just feast your eyes on that view of Baelsar's wall. Good Lord! All are present and accounted for. When you're ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that we wish to proceed to Girabania. Ah, Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Yes. Welcome to the fringes. Hello. Ah, yeah, good. You have your old account back. You remembered that I logged you in on that one. Wait. Huh? Hey, a world map. Nice. It actually pings. So, how's the new monitor, Dad?
Crossing the border.
Oh.
Standing in Girabania once more. Me and my fellow scions. The warrior
I know.
among us.
I know who is writing it. Hey, look! The Grand Companies.
Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other. Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
I know who is right. This is the memoirs. Hey, welcome to Stormblood. Whoop. Nice. But yeah. Like with Heaven's Ward, we had the memoirs of Count Edmond de Forton. I think Lise is writing the... What? What, New Aephorite? New Aephorite? Is this a different design? Slightly. Let's check the dialogue. Trial. Quite an atmosphere here, isn't there? Everyone seems to be on pins and needles, though one can hardly blame him given recent events. The Alliance has done well to repurpose these Imperial facilities for their own use so quickly. The General's in high spirits, don't you think? I know the feeling. To see the colors of so many nations, Limsa Lominsa, Gridania, Uldar, and now Ishgard. Well, nigh brings a tear to my eye. We have much to be proud of. So this is East End. Not too different from the rest of the Shroud, is it? Though, truth be told, I'm not sure why I thought it would be. Chocolate. I'd be careful if I were you. That beast had that big enough to swallow a man whole. Well, a man of my size, at least. Of course. Having to poke fun at, yes, Lalafell is short. Why did they make the stones out? Why did they make the pathways out of metal? General Aldin. Greetings, Scions. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, I welcome you to Castrum Oriens. Thank you, General. We were relieved to hear that your forces secured a wall without incident. Have the Imperials made any attempt to retake the Castrum since then? None. Save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols, we've barely had any contact with them. We all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Baelsar's wall weren't enough, Ilbert summoned a primal right on their doorstep, and Garlemald does not like to let such shows of defiance go unanswered. It was a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilbert's to make. And now we are bound by it, for weal or for woe. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Mhigan people. We would have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Then I'll leave you to it. Godspeed. Hey, it's Sid. Of all the Castra in the world, you walk into mine. Master Garland, what brings you here? A certain missing elegant weapon and a draconic primal. Omega and Shinryu, I think the shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere. Which it has singularly failed to do. Tis like Omega And then 'tis like Omega fell to Earth and occupied territory, meaning it may already be in Imperial hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engaged the stasis systems. Assuming the command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming. We should hurry up and find it regardless. There he goes. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press on into Girabania, we need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. Why isn't this dubbed? We praise the frying pan. As you've probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. Their headquarters are in a place called Rhalgr's Reach, an old temple to the east of here, across the Villadina River. I learned the route that should allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me, and we'll be there before you know it. Tag the chocobo. Bum 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 bum. Hire a chocobo porter. What? Okay. We're in an ad break, so I need to wait for a second. I'm gonna go. What? Not even me? So much metal. There's much to be learned from the magic weapons left by the Garleans along Baelsar's wall. If all goes as planned, we'll soon turn our own technology against them. Lucine. It will not be easy, but we must do all we can to reverse the damage done to the land here. All good. It's been no easy. Okay, we're back. Let's get moving. mount-wise, I feel like, because we're basically walking into... Since we're basically walking into Garlean territory, it's best that I just... Why? Picked up like an absolute... Picked up like an absolute fucking ragdoll. First Leshy. So many hostile creatures, actually. Lise? Still with me? Good. From here we'll head northwest towards the river. Northeast towards the river. This way. The water's not too deep, so we won't have to swim. Okay, I'm running. I am just gonna run. Jogging. Here we go again. Deploy wool the claw. What were you saying? The water's fine. Wait. Holy crap, the Death Claw actually lets me... This claw actually lets me hover over it. I don't see any soldiers. Good, let's cross. Wondering about the tower to the south? It's part of Castellum Valladina. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, you can see that rotten banner from absolutely miles away. They never miss a chance to rub our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Let me summon my ride first. Ah, that's my cue to fight. The Lesser Gargana. I see an Aether Current, an Aether Current, an Aether Current. I see an Aether Current way over by there. Hey. I got it right over here. $547 yams to the north. That's all the way over there. Unless... Unless there's no enemies nearby that should be within reach. What? The schism or the circles of answering. Never mind. I'll remove that chocobo up there and just bring in. Oh. I don't have any some greens. That's okay. Let me grab the. Let me grab. Ooh. Let me summon the claw. Help. The claw. Just let me just get the. Let me just get a little image here. Let me just save that for to share to my socials. Why me? I'm just gonna go ahead and send that one over to a friend of mine. Let me just send that image over because wow, that looks funny as all hell. Discord, why are you like this? Oh, Discord has completely crashed on my end. Also, it's getting warm in my room again. Come on, load! Also, I have a funny... Here's a funny little detail that I know. The Deltarune wiki shows the pronouns for every character. In the case of Chris, the protagonist, that has 48 references. It's claimed that it has a 48 references to reinforce that Chris uses they, them pronouns. So may that be a signal that yes, they are non-binary. Let me paste this in and then File Explorer is throwing a fit again. Or is it Discord being a pain in the neck? I think it's Discord being a pain in the neck. Come on! Oh. A friend request out of nowhere. Sort by date? I'm also gonna send it to him. And maybe to Harrow as well, because why not? Harrow might enjoy it as well. Why me? Just that expression on his face while he's being carried by one of those. Wait. We're here. On the other side of this pass is Rhalgr's Reach. So you say, but all I see are rocks. I presume there's some sort of trick to this. Oh, you're still not going to use... Indeed. A glamour. Good eye, Ishtola. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks. Or mayhap an artificer trained in the modification of glamour prisms. Speaking of which, I should turn on the lights. It's time. It's not time for stupid Nintendo games. Well, I don't really call them all that stupid personally. It's just how... That's just the song I was listening to earlier. Let me grab the light bar and then... Whoop. Wrong button. This one. Ah. Something like that. The important thing is it fools the Garleans. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Tataru told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came into the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. There goes my mic again. Nago. So they know us, they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way and don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. Oh my! By the 12. Now with a sprinkle of demasking dust, all is laid bare. Remember to activate the cave-in again when we're done. When we leave.
I remember the old stories. How the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow. Rhalgr's Reach, a holy place, and a fitting home for the Resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo.
Oh.
They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours again.
Oh, we're surrounded. We're surrounded. That's the music where... And you are? Forgive us our precautions, but we couldn't be sure who had crossed the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though, scions of the Seventh Dawn. Wait, not yet. Good to see Nago up and moving again. I wasn't there when she headed home, so I naturally assumed she'd left too soon. Always ever doing it, that one. Fascinating. A massive, nigh imperceptible glamour encompassing the entire valley. I see now how the settlement was able to escape the watchful eye of Imperial airships. Ordinarily, I'd shudder at the thought of armed rebels trampling about in an ancient temple of immense historical importance. But Rhalgr is the breaker of worlds, so it seems more appropriate, if anything. It's hard to feel at ease with that giant statue looking down on you. This temple was once home to the Fist of Rhalgr, as I recall. Yes, there's no mistaking that statue. Mefrid? Oh, so you really came. Never thought I'd see you here, but I'm glad. Pleasure to see you again. And Kryle and Y'shtola, without whose help I might not be standing here today. At least, not so soon. Quest complete. You don't want to know how much restraint I have to make to just refrain myself from making the same joke twice. Now, I know you would not have come all this way unless you had something important to discuss. I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. Well, let's not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. This is annoying bit about the... Wait, what's this route? Does the down below route have a different exit than the... Nope! It's one exit. Just the road goes up between zones. I'm not gonna cross the water right away. I want to check around here first. Script exchange, collectible appraiser, Galliena. Splendor's vendor. Materials. Flower, a token exchange. Here, I have no love for the Imperials. I will pledge our blades to the Resistance. Snake people. Okay. Wait, I see Chocobo. Think Chocobo. Does this place have an A for right? It does have an A for net, seems. Can I summon? This must be the first... This is the first settlement that actually allows me to use a mount. This is the first proper settlement that allows me to use a mount to get around. You can actually... Oh yeah, I forgot. You can actually swim here. I forgot that characters can swim. On some waters, others you can't. You cannot. Of the silver lining. Profile? Do I have that one? No. Imperial nuisance. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to Imperial nuisance until we... I feel like I'm gonna stop using Imperial nuisance after 4.0. Wait, I see a dungeon. Temple of the Fist. Summon the... I am summoning the wind-up Horsephone because... it's needed. Wow, that's the least number of Aethernet shards I've seen in a city. When we first met back in the Shroud, I took you for just another adventurer. Why, Rhalgr, I still can't believe how far you've come. We plan operations here, when we're not entertaining important guests like yourselves.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Rhalgr's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalymo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Yep.
Papalymo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
Ain't that the truth?
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monargo told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rhalgr it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Mhigan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Wow, Master Negotiator, Alphino Leveilleur.
So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment.
Look, we don't want to... They don't want to push on.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
I think you may have misinformed the man. This isn't going to be a proxy war. This is going to be... This isn't meant to be a proxy war. This song just fucking slaps. Well, so it would seem we find ourselves with a serf at a free time. Forgive me. You're free to look around Rhalgr's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Camp. I believe we will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance's capabilities. Free to poke our noses wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. You can distinguish them by their outfits now. Well, I already know this place inside and out. I could show you around if you like. Great, let's get started. Quest accepted. I'll bet you think the Resistance is mostly made of Mhigan Highlanders like me. Or the truth, we don't even account for half. We've got Hellsguard from all the way up by the spine in here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nargo. There's even some beastmen. Well, beast women, I suppose. Like that one over there. She's in Ananta. They've been with us for a while now. Well, one of the smaller factions has. The rest don't have anything to do with us. We're no different from the Guardians to them. They keep to themselves, spending all their time crafting. Ananta make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magics that twist metals and crystals into shapes you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work. But then most don't even know they exist. Well, that's enough about them anyway. Let's take a close look at the Statue of Rhalgr, shall we? Ours is a cause that knows no boundaries. Mhigan, Ananta, all are welcome in the fight for freedom. Ah, I see Lisa over there. Summoning the Deathclaw. And locking my hotbar again because I almost yeeted Jinnigan. Let me see if I get a response. Nice. Nope, it won't put me down. Statue. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The breaker of worlds who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ida used to tell me the story on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign. And lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky, and led the way to these mountains of Girabanya. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast, hell's open heavens weep, for no one soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. actually somewhat read that, even though it's very low res. The last part was inscribed in the stone by a monk of the Fist of Rhalgr. Ida explained it to me. A day will come burning strife and sorrow that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led to this point, will see us through in the end. Sorry. That was all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. Too tight, too tight! Oh look, there's your Stola and Kryl. You two are come to inspect their facilities. As you can see, they have done well to set aside this much space, but their supplies are insufficient. We examined the patients and offered what assistance we could. However, from their many injuries, time and bed rest are the only effective treatments. This is the infirmary, as you can probably tell. Here's where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. A sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. We should show you the Aphrodite Plaza next. Wait, that was actually... Let me check. Went from here to here to here to here, and now we're going over here. Whoa. Do watch yourself around these chocobos. They're trained for combat, so they're a bit more aggressive than your average bird. Summoning my own chocobo then. Let me just... Oh. You've seen one Aphrodite, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This is an older design, dating back decades. From when the Fist of Rhalgr was still here. May look a little different, but it works just as well as the others. Any other? I'll show you where the Sutlers are next, but don't forget to attune to the Aphrodite before we go. Already did it. Oh, I gotta tag the Chocobo Keep as well. Well, met traveler, might I interest you in a Chocobo Porter? Oh, look, 2 minutes to get the Castrimorians. Good. Oh, there we have arms, armor, potions, you name it. These folks got it. The resistance would be in a bad way without the brave merchants keeping it provisioned. If you're short on anything or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Alphino and Alizé are here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? I'll take this. It fits, but not Not quite perfectly. Monocle. Worse. Rano. Come to take measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants? They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials find out they were peddling their wares to resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. It is a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage. But their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch your stall in Cryle, so if you'd like to follow me. Quest accepted! Here's cutscene. I'm assuming.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus.
It's evening, so... Jeez, these discussions...
I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rhalgr's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree. But it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Print out recruitment posters.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Mhigan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you lot. Monargo and Mefred will tell you more.
Ah, and here comes the next part of the quest line.
Understood. We won't let you down.
Plus, here comes a bit where... Ooh. Okay, your wind-up Nanamo is getting in the way, bud. The Monargo and Mefred are to be our keepers. Knowing naught of what they require, our one task is as good as the other. Make your choice, Knazy. Okay, let's do the Monargo questline first. Scouting, nice. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. You're forgiven. And thank you. Now to business. Commander Kemp's entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we've discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort, 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Chocobo keep... Very well, I shall join you in this. General Aldin commands the forces of Castromorians. Should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great, just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the Reach. Wait, I can activate both. I just realized I can activate both quests. Mefred. At risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd meet here again. Meet again here, of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? Of course I remember you! I'm impressed. Given everything you went on to accomplish, you'd be forgiven for forgetting all about your time in Quarry Mill. Suffice to say, we didn't forget about you either, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galien was recovering. Gundabald was my former commander and an old friend. I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. Told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Amigo, and others went to Ul'dah for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Girabani and join Conrad and the others. But as you can, and I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Alagana. Alagana, if you're going there, you're taking me with you. That's right, you're from Alagana, aren't you, Lise? By all means, we welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around. But we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. Peak! Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is take the Nago quest line. Actually, I can just trigger the... I think I can just trigger it. Yeah, I can just trigger the quest progression. I can just trigger quest progression here. For now, so I can just... This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission from Conrad to Alagana. Clear the barricade if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There are more villagers there than out here. And also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully. Well then. Rhalgr Ironheart. Is that a sightseeing log? There's a sightseeing log, unless I'm mistaken. Do you perchance know of women in Milif? Where? Ah, what are the odds? Milif is my niece, lest you wonder, and she has told me much and more about you in her letters. Ah, but where are my manners? Rhalgr Ironheart, at your service. I'm an explorer like most of the clan, and my niece bade me to share with you such knowledge I have accumulated. Here, lend me your log. Let's see now. Definitely there, and there, and there, and there. Yes, that ought to suffice. My explorations have taken me far and wide. The dearest to my heart are the regions of Alamigo. Beauty is in their ruggedness, and the lands of the Far East, glorious in their diversity. There are many wondrous sights to be seen in those places, and I've written down the directions to them. Some will prove more difficult to reach than others, but if you're even half as resourceful as Milif says you are, I'm confident that you will find them all. And with that, I shall leave you to resume your adventures. Go forth, my friend, and take in such breathtaking vistas as even my grandfather, the great Rhalgr Ironheart, couldn't see in his lifetime. Sightseeing log expanded. Oh wait, sightseeing log expanded. Stormblood entries have been added to your sightseeing log. Boom, 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 boom. You must be level 60 or above to record Stormblood vistas. Travel to the location indicated and fulfill the necessary conditions, and you will complete the entry for that vista, earning experience points in the process. Use your wits and the notes provided by Rhalgr to identify these stunning sights, and the proper way to appreciate them, and see Alamigo in the Far East only as the greatest explorers have seen them. Beep boop. Nago, Alize. Got everything you need? Good. Then let's be off. Boom, boom. Fopers are this region's equivalent to deep eyes. Speaking of which, there are Monago and Alizé. Quiet. Hear that? That's a ceruleum engine backfiring. Imperials. Gods, you have preternatural senses. Didn't hear a thing. I heard it. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds which could mean life or death, be that of a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol augmented with a single Magitech armor. Wide search pattern divided into 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try and take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us. Nothing for it then. Where are they? Head north. You should see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Kinesis best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the east bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. We have a Fober, we have a lesser Gagana. Let me take this guy out first. Surveying. we go. Signed, sealed, to be delivered. Naga would like nothing more than to continue on to Castrum Oriens. Right, I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices their missing patrol. One moment was to go ahead and take out a gazelle hawk. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces of Castrum Oriens were under the command of Flame General Rauban al-Din, did you not? By Rhalgr! The bull of Alamigo himself! Never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. Oh wow. Let's move! Before more enemies arrive. Here we are just walking because I don't want to provoke any enemies. Yep, Serpent Soldier, striking dummies. Keep on your guard. There are many places to hide, affording the enemy ample opportunity to take you unawares. Pippin! I've returned from a survey of the wall but a moment ago. We have yet to recover Papalimo's personal effects. I'm sorry to say, but you may rest assured that we will notify you and yours the moment we do. Rub on. Rub on. What's up, big man?
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
I mean... should be pretty obvious.
We are, General.
Or at least one
Allow
group.
me to introduce Mhigan of Rhalgr's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General.
As you say, General.
On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
It's basically... it comes with some...
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
Do I get dialogue?
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamigan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Oh no, oh, Pippin has a plan. Show us, button. Show us, friend. Show us. Or I will chuck you like a blitzball. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellum Villadina. Namely, the arrival of a shipment rumored to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armor. It is our assessment that this armor is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces. Mayhap before the day is out. Damn it! More Magitech weapons! That's the last thing we need! Our concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to contain a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident that we can destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying future development and deployment. And should we carry out this as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretenses about the Alliance or wanting to go to war with the Empire. But you'd have more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew that they weren't alone. You were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. So what I propose is simple. We harry the patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? I said we kick their ass. Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades immediately. At once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. The deets! And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to set this one out. You know what I need to do. Grab the chest wrap. And since I'm fighting with the Alliance, I am going to go ahead and equip this. General. We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall. But that's all about the change. And when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you prepare and that you participate in this operation. But from that look I see, it is a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Head to this spot on your map, right here, aye? Our patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, then rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well, Kinesi. And there goes Alize. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot to bring up the avatar again. Anyway, it's time to ambush some Imperials. Plus, I am intentionally dressed as a Gridanian soldier. I should probably dismiss my minion. Sir! All went to plan then. Good. Our scouts reported a unit escorting the prototype weapons has left Castellum Valladina. The resistance is already in position, so we have but wait for our guests to arrive. Best served with cold steel. Oh, it's you again. Hey, man. Thanks for the raid, Black Void Titan.
Incoming raid. Black Void Titan before users.
We're about to fight some more Garleans.
It's like all my name days have come at once.
You said that before at Carton, no, you did. Said it before at Carton, no, you. The mighty Titans, eh? Ah. Hi. Ooh, lovely gradient there from the first time chat from Raider.
Well.
Bring it.
Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head.
Speak your question, man. If you were going to be encased in cheese, what kind of cheese would you pick? Gouda. Oh no, wait, Bamestick. Something local to me. And I'm at max gil. Let's go. Others, flames, deal with the escort. Leave the armor to Kennedy. Hurry up and kill the bastards. We got them outnumbered. Cassuts!
Get after them, damn you!
It's almost like I planned this one. Almost, because that's not what happened there. Go into them. What? That thing won't take much more. Guys? Oh, wait, well, that's bloody well I use them.
You'll be weeping blood.
Guys! More armor, weapons or something. Have a word with us. Run away, bud, run away! He who fights and runs. What the? Who the hell's are you lot? For amigo, let not escape. Fate's tube. And then we go together. Self-destruct sequence initiated. 60, 59, 58. 29, 28. Gate! No! No! My secret weapon! Alright. See you later, Backboy Titan. I did a... Damn it all!
Miracles of Magitech
Inside
design
my ass!
I've passed harder stools than these piles of scrap.
I wonder who designed this thing, because you know it's a Nero.
You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Yeah, keep talking. That's all you're good for.
Aye, run and tell your viceroy. The day belongs to Alamigo.
Wow. All of them just paused mid-movement. Well done, all of you. I'd call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kemp. It was Marshal Tarupin who made this plan, and all of you, the Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. Aye, that they did. Not a single casualty, for which I'm grateful beyond words. No doubt our comrades back in the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General, until the next battle. Now go. I'll leave the Scions in your care. We shall return to the castrum then. Gedesi, Mistress Levieux, once more you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. Look, he can... Look, Robon can only do a salute with... Can only really use his right arm because the left was chopped off. I heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously though, it was inspirational. Ah, but you must be tired of hearing that, eh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. I'll take the Tachi. I'll take the gauche. I'll take this. No reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. Reach? Oh, why do I keep making myself laugh? Oh, good. Quest complete. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond for what was asked of you without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value cannot be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Golemod's newest weapons, and smashed them. People will remember this day. Aye, that they will. What marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. The beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action. But the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. Ha! To think that the last time Gridanian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago during the Autumn War. And that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure. And it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander. Which is why I intend to go from village to village and spread word of our victory and our new alliance. People will flock to our banners. Just you wait and see. Lady, Alize, I can't thank you enough for your assistance. I'll take the blades, please. Why am I wearing a monocle? Oh, wait, I forgot to turn off the headgear. I'll remove the Jambias, those, and... And then slot these in. Oh! They're trident-like. Let's go to the peaks. It's time for peak.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
We have a glamour in place here too. As you may have noticed, as far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. Kirabanian Hornbill. That there screams of a fate. Nary an Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Algana is due east, due past that bridge. Follow me, it's not much further. Let's go, Mefred. Too fucking tight. Aye, Mefred. You can rest easy. We made it. This is Alagana. Feels strange coming home today like this. I always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. Nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do. But as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises. I went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. That's why we came to this particular village. So that Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to resistance, and rightfully so. So, with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need a good deal more circumspect than that. You'll never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We're going to speak to the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. It's getting kinda old. Scouting. Ragnfrid, the village elder, is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. First thing I'm doing is... I'm not gonna open the gate. Well, met traveler, might interest you in a chocolate porter. Reaches the hub. I don't know you, traveler. You a merchant? You'll find not much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder. Sincere apologies that I did not send word earlier ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagana, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mefred, I see. Speak on, though. I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with many men and left with many more. Such is the rumor, is it true? He lit the fire in their hearts and dangled a dream before their tired eyes. And now you come to seal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman, and we had no part in his schemes. We've made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time! Cold comforts the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? Surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, and even our god, and demand a fifth of what little we've got left. I hate that bastard with every fibre of my being. But hate's not enough, Mefrid. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Now leave us be and never return. Got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed. And that was before half of our young men and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't. 'Cause it's my village too. My home. What in the hell are you on about? Wait, I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Lise Hext. I'm here to take back my homeland. Hey, Rhalgr, the last time I saw you didn't even know you were still alive. I never thought you would come. I almost didn't, and my sister never will. Lots of others won't either, and that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Alagania is as much your home as it was mine. As it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. Towns fall into Imperial control. Wait a moment. Oh, it's dirt. That would have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnfrid might help us to recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we're to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky and it's hardly subtle. But I say we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Boots. Oh, open toes. Good. Good to know, good to know. I'll need to get a couple glamour dispellers, I think, because... Griseldis is here, but her mind is elsewhere. You'd best keep your distance. If you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Looking for folks down on the luck. Congratulations, you found one. You can see my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk for the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labor's right out. Too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea that helps with it, but I need to grind a chipuli horn and a hornbill talent for the blend. I'll handle it. Hard country. Wait. More quest. Death by 1,000 rocks. Let's first go ahead and grab some glamour dispellers. Death by 1,000 rocks. Wait. I'll purchase some dispellers, please. How many do I need? 4 of them, in fact. In fact, I'll go ahead and do some... I'll do some job quests real quick. To Wineport, please. Oh. I usually say inconspicuous, but this is hilarious. Welcome back. You may enter. Kubu. My friend, what? The search for the stolen scroll. Oh, alas and alack, whatever am I to do? Yes, I'm loath to admit this, but I did not see you come in. Truth be told, I've been somewhat distracted of late. Princess Yuki, it would seem, sent a letter on my village praising us for our efforts on her behalf. Thus revealing my story of an injury preventing me from making the journey home, for the ruse that it was. But my shame is not that I have been summoned back to the village, but rather quite the opposite. Despite knowing that I am hale and hearty, my elders seem to be in no particular hurry to welcome me back into the fold. Should the time come when we have need for you in Doma, we shall summon for you. Until then, you are to remain in your post and do all in your power to aid our countrymen in Eorzea. Such were their words. Is this how far I have fallen? Am I a falcon bereft of its claws? A dull blade tossed to the wayside by its master. For all I know is... I've been all but exiled to this place. I am sorry, Casey. Heaven knows you did not come here to listen to my griping. On a brighter note, I just received word from Captain Jack. It would seem some Easterners are causing something of a stir. I suppose I should be grateful that someone still has need of my services. Anyhow, it would seem the Kami have led you here at the most opportune time. Would you care to accompany me? Yes. Thank you, my friend. Let us make for Lim Salamanca and see what our friends at the Rogues Guild would ask of us. See you there. Okay, I need to check what the heck is wrong with my setup because last week I didn't draw that much pain. It didn't struggle that much. Oh. Actually, no. Let's just put on the. Let's put on my usual glam. Usual glam pipe when I do ninja stuff. You looking to head inside? Yes, man. Yes, big boss. Let me just, since Oboro's undercover, I'll go undercover as well. Well, if it ain't the dimmerest dammer of them all. I trust you've been keeping your sabbath sharpened. Or you and Oboro on the job. I reckon all will be bob before the lightning comes round. Here's where we stand. One of my birds in the Kraken's arms came chirping to me a story about some dormants who I reckon are breaking one code or another. Seems they, the Krakens, that is, were snilching on the eastern seas when they grabbed the vessel flying Guardian colours. They grabbed the vessel flying Guardian colours as they are wont to do. But then came the rub. Crew claimed to be Doman, you see. And upon whittling their captain's identity, they changed tack, begging for asylum on Iosian shores, offering the entirety of their cargo in full for safe passage. Oh, but being cover or a fool. Being cover or a fool, the Kraken captain took the self-styled Dormans up on their offer, stowing the eastern treasures and the easterners themselves away in the hold. They set sail for Limsa. After pulling into port, a funny thing happened. No sooner had the Krakens dropped anchor than the refugees put on their best beaters cases and skulked off into the dead of darkness, leaving all their treasures behind. All the treasures save one. A scroll of sorts that had been hiding in a corner. All inconspicuous like. Carvalin reckons the Doman refugees have played us for some rum fun, and are selling the scroll in the black markets for good blunt even as we speak. I see. So you'd have us recover the scroll in question and bring the thieving Domans to justice. I'm honoured to lend what aid I can, and yet I cannot help but wonder. Just what could it be about this scroll to make it so valuable to my countrymen? Well, we're not going to whittle the scrap just sitting around here on our daddles now, are we? Let's snitch down and see what the common coves and moats have and haven't seen. Lizzie, why don't you go pay someone in the village to visit the wench? If there's any rumours going around about any shifty Easterners, like as not that Mort would know. You do remember what to order, eh? What's a thing but damper like yourself would? Good luck out there, and keep your wattles open. We're waiting for you in bulk all when you're through. Why must you always speak in code, man? Bingo, an infinite shard. Aft Castle's the best option right now. What was it again? A chilled ale? A weak ale? Ah, you must be here on business. Perhaps I could offer you something from the underground menu. Have you seen any dormans around? Yes, from the east, you say? Ah, yes, I do believe we had some visitors not long ago matching that description, shortly before you arrived. I have a habit of pricking my ears up to catch our patrons' every whisper, but the party in question required little such effort. They were shouting of tales of riches and glory in a roar that could wake the dead. Said they were on their way to Wineport to make a transaction of a lifetime, though they weren't keen on going into detail. Just between us, I wouldn't be surprised if there was something less than savory about their business. Speaking of savory, can I interest you in our seafood stew? Oh, good. Got one last. That was a perfect little bit of Mr. Transition from work talk into sales pitch. So our lads are headed to Wineport, eh? Been working it. Remind me to throw one an extra blunt next time we stop by the wench for libations. That said, something doesn't sit right with me. Cackling the plants for every drunkard and tavern wench to hear? I reckon our friends might be looking to amuse us. If you will, my jest. Keep your eyes open, your stabbers sharp, mates. Wineport, but be careful. Got it. Like they want to be caught. Well, there's a bleeding surprise. The code-breaking curs have already bit the blow and hopped the twig. For caravans with a bingo in tow. Word is the last they've seen beating up half a Bloodshore. But I didn't mean to. Wait a bleeding moment. What if the crocs not meant for selling, but keeping their throats wet on a long voyage? I reckon our lads are trying to smuggle the scroll home. There's no time to lose. Let's brush off our beta cases and make for Bloodshore all quick like. Borrow and I'll snelch this north at Knizzy, you take the south. We have to catch these curs before they slip from our daddles for good. I'll take to the air on an Imperial on a little Allagan device that I yoinked. Yeah, just have to poke your nose in our business, eh? Guess you'll leave us no choice. Two groups, which means there might be a third. Let me guess, you came upon a couple of rough-looking coves. These coves came waving their sabres in my face before I could edge in a word. I reckon 'twas the same for you. Yes. The scroll is nowhere to be seen, nor anything resembling a ship. If they don't know better, they would say a simple group of ruffians enjoying their ill-gotten grog. The dim one sees, but does he truly see? No, these unfortunate men were but pawns in a grand scheme, as disposable as the bottles that now litter the shore. Is it if it isn't our... You again. Meanwhile, your true quarry is boarded and a trader and sells for Kugane even as we speak. Under the auspices of the East Aldenard Trading Company, no less. So cunning a scheme, I wish I'd thought of it myself. Or did I? How do you know all bugging me here to go from the House of Sticks? Hi. Hey. So you survived, you son of a bitch. So you survived, you son of a... Childhood friends turned bitter enemies, then friends once more reunited after far too long. Our hero returns and the audience swoons. Oh, what a joyous day! Or is it? I'll say this much, dim one. For once you've managed to surprise me. To think that the oh-so-serious Habora would lie to his elders to avoid having to make the journey home. Only to find he wasn't welcome to begin with. Oh, the irony of it all. Enough of your preening and prattling, Karas. I want answers. How did you know we were here? Just what is your connection to the thieves we pursue? You mean the thieves? Already eluded your clumsy grasp, just as I am about to do. I fear that is a story for another day. There he goes again. Ever the slippery bird, that one. The daft rook's an acquaintance of yours. Well, that's news to Jack's walls. Meanwhile, we got our work cut out for us if we want to grab that scroll. Is there anywhere we can have a few words, you know, secret-like? Say no more, Captain Jack. I would have it. Our base of operations is but a short walk from these parts. Gnazy, pray join us at the storehouse. Great. It's him again. Chocobo, let's fly. Along the ageless river. Aye. Let's go. Inside. And here's an ad break. Dang it. I reckon this is about the showiest, shottiest shack old Jack's ever laid eyes on. In other words, a perfect hideout. Aye, Borrow is sharper than he lets on. You're me. Sir son is as sullen as I've ever seen him. Whatever troubles him so? He's back. Stuff? Is there stuff behind here? Oh. There we go. Karasu Redbeak. Of all the places I've thought our search might lead us, never in my wildest dreams did I think it would lead us to him. Come square with me, Oboro. Just who is this Karasu Cove? Can we trust him? Or is he as like not to stick his stabbers in our back? Is he like us not to stick his stabbers in our back the moment we turn a blind eye? No, I mean, yes, I mean, he's neither, or both. Perhaps I should say it's complicated. Judging from your reaction, it seems as such. Sure seems as such. If our men haven't set sail for Hingashi, I reckon we've no choice but to do... If our men have set sail for Hingashi, I reckon we've no choice but to do the same. I wasn't exactly preparing for a long voyage, but damned if I'll leave this job half done. That said, shamed as I am to admit it, this is old Jack's first journey to the Far East. Wouldn't know Kogani from a rum doxy's arse. I don't know a rogue who can do work without knowing the lay of the land. Worry not, Captain Jack. I have travelled there on many occasions to procure tools of my trade from the finest Mhigan artists. And it would be my pleasure to serve as your guide. Your presence will be most heartening as well, Kinesi. Kugane is a city where anything can happen, and there's no telling what dangers await us there. I'll agree with that, but mind you, Kinesi's a right busy cove. Let's say we do it this way. Oboro and I will go on ahead, and we'll send for you once we've snilched out the place and worked out our next plan of action. A reasonable man, Captain Jack. In that case, Kinesi, pray check in at the storehouse from time to time. I'll send word to Yome when we require your services. In the meantime, may the Kami guide you in your training. And that immediately unlocks it, but unfortunately, I cannot reach that quest just yet. Ah, Kinesi, I have a letter from you from Master Oboro. It would appear that his investigation in Kugane has borne fruit. Here, see for yourself. Dear Kinesi, I hope this letter finds you well. After a long and rather uneventful voyage, we have arrived safely in Kugane. Captain Jackson's quite taken with Mhigan culture and is enjoying a stroll into pleasure quarters at this very moment. But forgive me, you are not interested in the diary of our travels. As for the matter of the scroll, rumors about a band of Doman scofflaws have been causing a stir in town of late. Putting together the accounts we've heard, the good captain and I are convinced that these are the thieves we seek. If word about town is to be believed, these individuals are far more dangerous than we had imagined. Yep. It's good to see Master Oboro in good spirits once more. Since the elders commanded him to remain here in Eorzea, he's not quite been himself. After all, the shinobi will have a duty to carry out is a hawk with clipped wings. Good to see Master Oboro soaring high once more. I still worry. Though I have great respect for the man, he can often be too trusting for his own good. Pray go to his side, friend, and see that he does not get himself into undue trouble. May the Kami carry you safely across the sea. Yeah, that's an issue. I cannot reach that area just yet, I think. Yeah, I don't think I can reach that area just yet. So that quest is to be postponed until we reach that point in the main story. Which means I'm gonna add that one to this. I'm just gonna mark it as that. Map Girbania. There we go. The Last Forest. Ganya. I had to sneeze. Flutterini. Flutterini. And of course a fate spawns on my... right on me. Because why wouldn't it? It's now 11:37 p.m. in my local time zone. There we go. Wow, the XP counter is counted in millions, so no wonder you're getting like 100,000 XP out of the main story request. Wait a moment, I can change what... Wait, I can change what my chocobo wears. Yes, I can! Was that updated in real time? Yes. It updates in real time. Good. Evil butterfly. What? Hmm? You have leftovers, are you? Not like my brother to send someone in his stead, so be it. So on the sacks up over yonder, they're bleeding heavy, mind. So be careful when you pick them up. Unconscionably heavy sacks. Here we go. That's actually we wanted to take, but hope you brought a pack, bird. Don't worry, I got this. Imagine if they had a bonus, if it had a condition that you don't use teleport. By the 12, they're heavy. Well, I'll be. You actually went and brought the whole lot. Much obliged, much obliged. It's saltpeter for making fire sand, in case you're curious what it's all for. The rocks by the lakes have got good deposits. It ain't hard for my brother to pass that for any other plodding quarryman. All the while sweeping bits and pieces off to the side to bundle up and sell to the thoughtless or trade with the resistance. To live in, and a way to fighting back besides. Our way is spitting in the Guardian's eye for putting our father in an Imperial uniform and shipping off to some faraway province 15 years ago. Don't know if he's dead or alive even. No. If he were alive, he'd not be long for this world if we were caught fighting for the resistance. So this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. And the short of it, we do what we can. Do we know it's not enough? I think you'll find that most folks here ain't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end the result's the same. I suppose I just want to know is all. That we know why you're here. And that even if we can't join you, we wish we could. And I'm level 65. Which means the next time I'm doing job quests, I could do 2 in a row. Fred. There you are, Kinesi. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent people from stockpiling, in case they might be in league with the Resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks on how to better hide what little they've got. They've got left. How's lease going on, by the way? You'd think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl. Assuming they remember her, that is. No, I didn't mean to. And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being ground under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of his bastard wall, living a high life, I'll wager. It's not fair. Oi, I'm the man who kicked him. Oi, let her be. Oh, and who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends deigning to help us poor unfortunate souls? Tried to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go and storm a castrum with our pickaxes and shovels? Leave, all of you, before you bring a cord down on all of us. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart. If you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact that I left him behind. But this isn't about me or anyone else. But Alamigo. Let's go and find Mefred. No luck here. Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame him, given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow, but I don't know, but if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. can't claim to know the struggle like they do either, Lise. I ran too, aye. But if I hadn't, I'd have never met Kinesia or the rest of you. And we might not be here today in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. Someone, anyone, we need help! Doesn't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. Shit. The Tribunum. The bloody Ratman, they... Damn it all! It's all business as usual. The Tribunum comes due soon, and we're taking it to the Imperials when the Mhigan attacked. They took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. It's just an old temple before they came, and, well, listen, Warkada's the only family I've got left. If I lose him, The cigarette? The Ratman took him here, he's as good as dead. You're right, Lise. We've got to help them. If not for the missing man, then for the Tribunum. Guardians won't suffer excuses if they're late. I hate it when there's... Wait a second. So Warkada's been held somewhere at the ziggurat to the south. Which has been taken over by a host of Kikian bandits. That covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there's sure to be a lot of them. I guess the next leg of the journey is going to be... The immodest mouse. This feels like duty calls. Nope, cutscene. Please let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Oh, they're up there. Hey, that. came from the top of the ziggurat. Who dares come loot our man-flesh? Ours to eat! Ours to eat! I knew it'd come to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. Oh, the color of angry kick in. There we go. Yep. We're caught up. I'm wrong. Whatever did I do to deserve this? Come to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bones. I hardly make a snack, much less a meal. You found him. What? Are you here to rescue me? Yep. Your sister sent us. It's going to be all right. My sister, oh Rhalgr be praised, you're safe. And you lot fought your way in here just for me? To think there are still good, brave folk in this world. Should we go before the Kikiran returning? We should go before the Kikiran returning force. Do you still have the Tributum? I've got the Tributum. If you're still wondering where I am, I have to go. That would have been a way to sneak in and gather intel, but I guess not today. I'm glad we saved him, but seeing him run off like that, I've got a bad feeling about this. Chase? The Black Wolf's pups. I'm just scrolling after it quick because... Look, if I can spook the shit out of these guys, I'll be happy. A soiled sack, ooh. Chocobo feather, that's what I need. This is the way. Any luck? This way. I guess we need to wait. I guess we need to wait until the ads are done at last. Oh, that's what I'm hearing. I'm gonna end this quest. I'm gonna end the stream after this quest is complete. And I'm back. Three, two, one. Welcome back. I'm Mefford again. Any minute now, expect to come thundering round the bend and hear that. Get to cover quickly now.
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lys. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare.
No, you've got it all wrong.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fake? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on me mother.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits.
Think you can kill them all, including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor, assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Mhigans can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
Now you can shut up. Ever thought about that? That's right. The goal here is to tell you to shut the How about you shut the up?
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
Yeah, that's painful. I mean, if they do, if they don't.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
Quickly. Yeah, this is a case of if you do, if you don't. I heard that commando's keen-eyed, but gods, that was a near thing. Tears me up inside to see my own our old kinsmen doing the bidding of the viceroy. But they made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. I'll go ahead and take the battle dance material for now because I don't want to have to deal with another one of those. A rod! Yep, Ricardo's alive and the tribute to him has been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather not wait around and see if the skulls decide to return. We best get back to Alagania till Dragonfried's man's got the job done. The devil. The devil's number. Look, I'm maxed out on gil, but that's okay. I don't have much that I can spend it on anyway. We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Ricardo told me everything. How you fought with Kid and saved his life. For all the good it did. Saw it how when he met with the skulls. How they beat him half to death. Could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Mefred's a warrior, as is your comrade. And you're strong like your father, that much is plain. Thank Rhalgr you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Ricardo and his sisters would have been branded insurgents, if not the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more than can be said for only the gods know how many others. It's enough for you, is it, to put up with whatever they do to you, So long as you get to see another day. That's right, you grit your teeth, and you learn to live with the pain. I'll admit I was quick to judge Elise, and for that I apologize. And I know you and yours mean well, I do, but I'm telling you, God's in the heavens is my witness. Now we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it. Nor would I expect her to. Our father was stubborn as an ox too, if she set on walking the same path. If she's set on walking the same path, but I pray she won't follow it to the same end. Aye, that's for sure. See if she's alright. There's our stray. Perhaps you should take the lead in this, Knizy. Lise? Sorry about running off like that. All the Mhigans terrorizing their own? I just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have put up with it day after day after day. I am not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castle with their pickaxes and shovels or whatever it was. Nor did I expect Rhalgr to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. Can't claim to know their plan. I barely remember this place. Or even my father's face. But I remember Ida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran. And that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home. But not mine, is it? There you are, Lise. I've been looking all over for you. You found me. Got anything else to say? Aye, that I do. I said some things before that I shouldn't have. It wasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I sputtered about how I love my village. When one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with the others. Didn't even think to go to Rhalgr. But you did. Made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. I truly cared for my people. I'd fight for them. So I will, if you'll have me. You're asking to join the resistance? When you put it like that, I suppose I am, but not just me. There are others who have been thinking about it for a while now. It's not many of us, and we're not hardened warriors like you lot, but if your heart bleeds for Alamigo, that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Rhalgr's Reach. Just be very discreet, like moving the documents. Read this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. Reach. I mean, just let the Deathclaw carry him. Look at him, he's just dangling. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits. And it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling and troubling too. I heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. To think they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers. Maybe that's how I think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield. But when, not if. That day will come, Lise. Can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, guardian, Mhigan. None of that matters. They've all got their reasons. But they're no better than yours, especially when they're bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that, I didn't want to kill them any more than you do. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then. I'd best begin preparing for these new recruits. Kinesi, Lise, it's been a pleasure. I'll take the rod. Meaning next up, when men go as one. But for now, I do believe it's time to find someone to raid. Whatever people mean by that over there. Let me just pull up Twitch. Because we're about 13 minutes over time. So let me just pull up the dashboard. Technically 11 because I started 2 minutes late. Let me click the raid out button. Let's see, who shall we raid out to? Should I go say hello to Yam? Yeah, fuck it, sending you over to Homida. Again. See you all over there. Bye-bye.